Jim Webb entered the race for the Democratic nomination, not with a splash or any flash really, but he did acknowledge the long odds and low poll numbers that make him unlikely to pull off all the upsets. But some Democratic heavies think 2016 is the exact right time for some fresh blood. And joining me now, former Democratic Senator and presidential candidate Gary Hart. He's out with a new book called The Republic of Conscience. Senator Hart, so good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. So the thesis of your book is that if our founding fathers, who we're all thinking about a lot as we approach July 4th, if they were alive today, they would not recognize this nation. And you write, quote, among many other fears the founders had about concentrated wealth and power and control of government was the perpetuation of small numbers of families. It is the nature of interests to protect themselves, and what better way to do so than to negotiate comfortable arrangements with a few political families to attain and maintain political office. That is certainly an interesting observation given the current Democratic and Republican frontrunners, Bush and Clinton.
It must be pointed out that was written a year ago.
Right, no, of course, fair enough. Fair enough.
It wasn't written yesterday, but a little prescience.
Yeah. Now, I know you are supporting your former campaign aide, Martin O'Malley, who went on to become mayor of Baltimore, governor of Maryland. Why do you like him?
I like him because he supported me.
That's a good, honest reason.
That's pretty simple. No, on his behalf, and by the way, support in my case, because I'm not wealthy, does not include money or regular involvement in the campaign. I've talked to him off and on about international policy and national security, and I will continue to do so. But the parallel between this race and the one I waged many years ago is the need for a generational change and fresh blood in leadership and fresh ideas. And we can't keep recycling, again, more or less the same candidates and the same families. I think it is time for this country to have a generational change of leadership, and he has put himself forward, and I think he deserves to be heard.
I want to ask you, you have an interesting point of view because you have been both an anti-establishment questioner of the national security, military-industrial complex, and yet you've also served on national security advisory boards for the State Department and Defense Departments. When you hear about FBI alerts for ISIS and Department of Homeland Security alerts for potential terrorist attacks, how serious do you take those, given your history as both a skeptic of this national security system and also, in some ways, part of it?
No. I take the warning seriously. In both those capacities, at defense and state, I've maintained a high level of classification, and so I know pretty much what to trust and what not. I don't think our security agencies are in the business of misleading the American public. You can only cry wolf so often, and then people quit paying attention. I think when we receive alerts and there are warnings about the 4th of July and potential attacks, those are based on real evidence.
All right, former Senator Gary Hart, the book is The Republic of Conscience. A lot of good food for thought on this July 4th weekend. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you very much.